say our house is just going through now. In the next week we should be exchanging contracts, and there will be, you know, a little bit of money for both of them really, and that they will see when we're here rather than afterwards. So, and I think that's quite nice, you know. That's another, I think, offshoot really of what we've done, you know.
Yeah, there's no point in them waiting until our toes curl. We must help them now.
Probably never thought about it, quite honest. But yes, you're right. Because I would say the house we went to see, she moved into an annex because her husband, unfortunately, died. But that was one of the reasons, you know, that they had it all set up with the equipment and things like that. Yeah. So it can be, you know, it can be converted quite easily.
Absolutely, and the main thing is being close by to family, and without being in their pockets. They wanted us to be closer because it was too far for them to travel to us if anything happened to either of us or both of us. So it was decided after 70 odd years to move. Difficult to know. It depends on their individual circumstances, but I think all we could say was, well, we've done it, and we're very happy with it, and have a good think about it, and certainly give it a try. But you know, a lot of people thought it was a bit of a bold move to sort of sell up and move 150 miles away, but we liked the area anyway, and I knew the area a little bit when I was a child. Had family living not far away, so I think it was. We think we've made a good move. So all we could say to them, look, we've done it. We think it's a good move. Have a good think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying living in it. I must admit. I don't miss anything other than I got used to the space now. You know, that's the biggest thing. And I was trying to cook on Sunday. I like to bake, and I couldn't find anything. And I banged my knee badly because I had to kneel because it's quite tall and I'm short, as you probably. And I couldn't find the thing, so I started making something. I didn't have all the ingredients, and I started, the language of blue.
You found it all in the end.
I found it all in the end, but oh gosh, you know, it just is that. Yeah. And it's the same with, I mean, I got, you know, good storage in the bedroom, but looking for it, I had to go on a stool or a step ladder to find things. So it's just getting used to where you put things. You're so used to, you know, in your old house, knowing exactly where everything is. But that's the hardest bit.
I think with hindsight, which is a wonderful weapon, I think we would have ordered lots of the things for, you know, the furniture. We haven't had the furniture long, and I think we mentioned to you that we got special shutters being made. We could have ordered those earlier. We're a month off having those, and I think once the shutters are up, I think this will be the perfect room. You know,
everything's so long, you know, ordering as you all know. You know, it's
everything you go, you pay your money, and it's 15 weeks.
Yeah,
whatever you do.
Weeks. Yeah, everything.
15 weeks seems to be the.
Maintenance,
certainly maintenance. Yeah, that was one of the prime movers. I think I mentioned earlier was no external painting, and it's easily maintained. It's quite easily cleaned, isn't it?
It's easy to clean. I mean, at the moment, I say we're dragging everying, leaves and stuff like that in, but we will do any case with this type of.
Let's say we
no
put
stairs.
We put that mat there. That'll go obviously when the shutters are.
Although I like exercise, I don't like stairs.
No.
I mean, walking up and down the garden a few times is plenty of exercise. But you know, no, I enjoy exercise. But I like to do a proper exercise, not walking up and down.
Yeah.
Not cleaning the stairs. No, that's the worst. Yeah. No, so you know, basically, everything's probably a lot easier once you get used to, you know, everything. it's the same as, you know, anybody moving to a new house. You never find anything. I couldn't find this, I couldn't find something for about 3 weeks, you know, and I was sorting through some, found it, you know.
Once we get settled, my son and daughter-in-law, I've got a lady who comes to clean. I think she can have an hour down here as well. On a sunny day, we can sit outside and have a drink. That's the plan. I think it depends on circumstances. We lived all our lives in South Wales. You know, the children were born there, and they moved away to work and went to university, and they never came back. So all of a sudden, to see them, we had to drive. You know, we could drive to my daughter's in about an hour and a half, and it was 3 hours here. So we could actually do a day trip to my daughter's, but we couldn't do a day trip here. And we were getting older, and this is when the children, you know, said to us, "You're too far away," and that's what started the whole thing rolling. And we thought, sort of, we're well on into our 70s, and you know, the time will come when we won't be able to drive 3 hours to see them, and if anything happens to us, they'll want to get get to us more quickly. So it was, and the other move was obviously with our grandchild. Because he's young, we just wanted to see him growing up and help. So yeah, so it's worked well for us, but and that's with encouraging. I think it depends on their circumstances, but as a general rule, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, the difficulty for me was I did so much that I thought, oh, what am I going to be doing? But I've found everything the same here. I've found my exercise. I go to yoga. I say rock choir. I belong to WI. So, as long as I can go out sometime during the day, I'm more than happy. And I say, when it's a lovely day, I'm quite happy to sit outside or do a bit of gardening. So yeah, it's a difficult one. I think some people do specific things, and the thought of moving away is a no-no, And a lot of people get very set in their ways, and they don't want to have to make sort of new friends or new neighbourhoods or things like that. It's just we moved around. Although we lived in the Bridgend area for a long time, we moved around quite a lot. So I suppose this is just slightly further away. That's all.
Yeah. My answer is yes. I think I mentioned earlier on I already have. Don't know what coming, but I would recommend them because I think that it's a good product. It's good value for money. I've researched it a little bit beforehand, obviously, so I know that what I'm saying is right. I've got a little bit of expertise in building over the years, and I'm happy with what they produce, so yeah, fine.
Yes, I mean, when we wanted to know anything, we had the answers for it. I'll say we had a choice of things which I was able to see. This is a hard thing. Looking at a picture is not the same. I mean, I hate buying things through pictures because the colour is usually totally different and the quality is usually different, So it was nice to actually see what we were going to have within, the fabric of the building. So from that point of view, yes, and very friendly. I mean, John did most of it, obviously, for obvious reasons, so I only got involved with choice of what I could have.
Yes.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've always had white in the kitchen, and I could have had white this time, but I've got problems. I've got a little bit of arthritis in my hand, so I found that opening sort of the doors without handles is a little bit more of a problem. Whereas these are great, so Yeah, so glad of the choice. John preferred the other, just for looks' sake. But I'm quite pleased. It looks
Oh
quite
no, it's
nice.
fine.
Anyway,
It's,
so
yeah, I'm
happy
happy.
with that.
Happy with all the choices really, but it's just, but yeah, that's fine.